Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of our Total War Warhammer Crooked Moon campaign. Last episode, we pretty much steamrolled Bretonnia a bit more. We started a war with the Varg. We started a war with Estalia. We're kind of at war with everybody that's left, except for the Skaeling. We're not at war with the Skaeling, but I really want to finish off Bretonnia, so we're actually about to change that. I'm about to go to war with the Skaeling right now, led by Azog, I think. And we're going to declare war. And shouldn't be that. I mean, this part will be not even worth fighting. They do have a decent amount of, like, marauders and stuff like that, though. And we haven't fought this faction in forever. So let's fight it. I'm not really concerned about losing, but I mean, then again, I've also got a billion black orcs, so it won't really be a fair fight. But either way, sometimes it's fun to fight battles. Let's see, kind of a weird, that's an amazing gamble. That's like top of the line, couldn't possibly be any better. Alright, let's put our black orcs right there, back them up with some big uns. I'm actually going to put my Night Goblin archers out there. I'll put these squigs off to the side over here. Boar boys over there. And we'll put our Doom Divers up here. And then Azog right in the middle on his Wyvern. And let's get these guys firing at the Chaos Marauders. Now, they are going to have a ton of different reinforcements coming in, so something to kind of bear in mind. Let's move my Black Orcs up to here. I'm going to leave one unit of Biggins back here to help defend the Doom Divers. And then I'm going to move these two units up. We also have our boar boys. They do have these chaos chariots, which are annoying. Super, super annoying, in fact. Let's get Azog into combat. Why not? I haven't seen him fight in forever. I'll move these squigs up over here. I'll just get them over there. There we go. I'm just going to charge Azog right in. Right after their general, who is at 1 HP and I think just bit the dust. And I caused terror as well, so yeah. I think we killed their general in the first attack. That's all right though. Let's get Azog back in. There we go. You guys, I want in defensive mode, or in guard mode. There's a lot of units around here, though. Let's see. Sure, let's go for Wa. That ability will come back. Let's take out these Chaos Warhounds. A lot of these guys are terrified, which is why they're running, because Azog does cause terror. Let's get those firing to the Chaos Marauders with great weapons. He does cause terror. Which does mean that they'll come back, but at the same time, look how bunched up these units are, though. I think I'm going to drop down that spell right there and hopefully do some damage. It did a bit. Not as much as I was hoping, but it did some. My boar boys and Azog are basically doing all the work right now, though. And I think that is probably quite enough of that. So let's pull my boar boys back up to here. Let's get Azog back up here as well. Doom Divers should be firing right into the middle of this whole mass. Azog actually kind of appears to be trapped at the moment, which is less than ideal. I need to get him into the air. And my boar boys really need to get out of this combat. Come on. Alright, you know what? Enough games. Let's go. Let's see. Let's go right about there. Alright, Azeg, get back into the air. Thank you. Let's get you charging down. Actually, let's ungroup. You charge. You charge. Charge them in over here. Charge these guys in over here. Let's get the squigs going. You guys, I actually want firing at the Chaos Trolls. Bring these biggins down. I'll leave one unit of biggins up there to protect the Doom Divers. Let's get the Doom Divers firing over here. Where's Azag at? Right over here. We'll do the leadership. Hopefully that'll cause a lot of them to run away. As soon as that hits, yeah, look at that. Look how quickly they all run. And that means that we can refocus these guys on those trolls. Our boar boys unfortunately took a beating, and I do want to make sure that they survive this fight and come back and replenish. So I'm going to move them behind the lines where they'll be a little safer. Squigs! Get after them. Oh, they also have a wizard over here. That seems like a great target for Azag. And a Spirit Leech. Yep. There we go. You guys all bring down that wizard. And let's get these black orcs up. Archers, they've got some trolls over here. The trolls are annoying, so that's a thing. Get after them. Take out those trolls. Okay, that's enough. You shoot at them. You guys get up here. Yep, those trolls are done. Whole army's done. We got them. Game, set, match. Goodbye, Chaos. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Our boar boys took some... Wow, they only got 4... They didn't get nearly as many kills as I thought they would. That unit of black orcs, though, 103 kills there. That's not bad. How many did Azag get? 44? Not bad at all. But I will take that replenishment. That's a lot of replenishment. Not too shabby. And then they've got a couple of these armies around that are kind of just, like, beaten up and broken. I think I'm actually going to go for Corone and destroy that and raise it. Because that will prevent... That should mean that these guys are going to start taking significant attrition because they don't have a settlement anymore. So we should be able to take them out pretty quickly. And then Grimgor can swing in here and beat up on these guys. So they're toast. We'll take the leadership buff. And then Grimgor unfortunately can't get over here to him to finish that guy off. My Wah might be able to, though. Maybe. If not, I'll send him chasing. So, Bretonia is pretty effectively dealt with at this point. Not a whole lot left there. Upgrade. Upgrade. Stitch Up is... Actually, Stitch Up's beat up pretty bad. Why don't we send him north chasing after Bretonia? They won't really pose a threat to him since they're pretty beat up themselves. But I don't necessarily want him engaging with Estalia if I don't need him to. I'm actually going to go and try and block this army so we can finish it off. That'll prevent it from moving too far. You? Can I kill an agent? Poor chances. Because I'm exhausted. So, I guess I'll just deploy. And then you... kill that agent. There we go. Beautiful. Giant spider. And end the turn. Slowly wiping these guys out. Defending against... Oh, wow. We're defending against the Varg, and they are attacking. Lots of Chaos Marauders. This is way up north. I totally forgot about this army. This could actually be kind of a tough fight. It says the odds are in my favor. And they do have a lot of Marauders, which are pretty lousy. But then again... Well, although... Yeah, at that level, I do have all the buffs for goblins. I've got 4 Arachnaroks. I should be able to win here. I should definitely be able to win here. We'll see. But we finally got a full stack against a full stack. Wizard. Start deployment. We're going to pull everyone back so I can form them up the way I want. I'm going to go Nasty Skulkers. Or Night Goblins in front. Nasty Skulkers behind. And get my archers behind them. And then I'm going to spread out my spiders a bit. Actually, not that much, though. Let's bring them in a little. There. And there. So they're going to have to deal with all those guys. And then you are a Goblin Great Shaman. So you've got Sneaky Stab and an Itchy Nuisance, which are going to be extremely useful. Alright, let's give this a start battle. We'll move up a little bit. Well, yeah, I'll move up a little. There's not much of a terrain advantage either way, but we'll move up to about here. They do have a lot of different units, though. And I think probably best if we send our Arachnaroks straight in. Get our Night Goblins charging in. Get these guys moved up as well. They've got these stupid chariots. I hate chariots so much. You guys shoot at the trolls. You get over here and give me a Itchy Nuisance, like right about there. That seems like a good spot. Look at those trolls just pull straight through. You guys, shoot at the trolls. Or not the trolls, the chariots, I should say. There we go. Let's do a Sneaky Stabbing right here. So as these units all charge in, we'll get some nice buffs. These chariots really need to die. You come fight the trolls. We'll get, in fact, all 3 of these units on these trolls. What's this? Gork'll fix it. Not really concerned. Those trolls are almost broken. Yes, I know my lord's under attack. I'm not really concerned. Don't worry. We'll pop my little amulet thing to reduce some damage. There we go. They're running now. Let's get up here and get into that. Give me a Sneaky Stabbing right over there, where the majority of our attacking is going on. I kind of want them to kill the Chaos Lord. Oh, my spiders, though. My spiders are taking a beating. Let's see. Let's fire into these guys over here. These Chaos Marauders with great weapons. Itchy Nuisance right there. And a Sneaky Stabbing right here as well. Oh, hopefully help turn the tide a little bit. Get those guys shooting. Kill their leader. You guys are chasing Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes. That's a terrible plan. Let's get them on these Chaos Marauders over here. They have tons of units just blobbed up over there. Alright, you guys have routed them. Let's start shooting at those trolls. These guys are wavering. Get in here. Okay, that's dealt with. You guys get back in here. There we go. They've broken. We beat them. That was an unexpected army, though. I really did not see that coming. I probably should have kept an eye up there. I forgot. I mean, I'm at war with the Varg. You'd think I would be like, yeah, I should probably look at that. But no, totally forgot. So, now the question is, can I swing up there and finish that army off? Are they close enough? No, but I do have a Wa now, so that's helpful at least. That's very helpful. Oh, that was not... I meant to go Bellower. There we go. Give me a little bit of a leadership buff. How many turns? 3 turns until they're replenished. 5 turns until they're replenished. Oh, wow. They are up here. And up here in force, it appears. Let's pop into this province. Yeah, there's quite a lot. Good thing all my settlements have very thick walls. Because otherwise, it could present a bit of an issue. Let's upgrade the walls there, speaking of which. And here we're going to do the Shaman's Hut, which will help reduce corruption. Grimgore's perfectly fine. At this point, I mean, Bretonnia is basically beaten. So I suppose I could also just offer... They don't want a peace treaty. What about the Varg? Would the Varg be willing to accept a peace treaty? Nope. Okay. That's alright. We can deal with that. Looks like... Ah, Bretonnia has settled a province. Okay. Well, you can come up here and destroy it right away. Very easily, in fact. Raise. So there goes that. Now they're without a settlement again. And then you can come down here. You can block this army, I hope. Nice. 2 skill points. Survivalist all the way. Give you some more hit points there. Okay, that's all good. Let's put our shaman on a war boar, because could be useful. These guys are all going to start taking damage again. And now we've got these guys. Who actually don't have a very large garrison, surprisingly. Let's move you down here. And we could just attack. But it's going to be a siege battle, which means the walls are going to do horrible, nasty things to us. Let's take you and start moving... Oop, wrong one. Start moving him over this way towards Tobaro, however that's pronounced. I think that's probably a better plan. So I can hit both of those at once. And they don't have the capability to defend both at once. That's the big thing. And then Skarsnik, I think I'm going to move him into the water. We'll move Azeg over here. No, maybe not. We'll move him right here. And you, Grimgore, into the water with you as well. We'll start sailing up here and hitting some of these guys if they want a war. If they want a war, I'll give them one while I'm dealing with Estalia. Although the goal of this campaign is not going to be to destroy them, because then this campaign will never end. Alright. I think we're good to end the turn. Let's see where it leads. Settlement besieged. Yep, I did that. I remember. It was a thing. Move you over here. Does Tobaro have walls? It doesn't appear to. So this army should be fine to take that out. Grimgore can start heading up there. Skarsnik can start heading up there. You can head into here to replenish.
Ready for bossing.
You can finish them off. There's not many. That's not really a fun fight. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Power drain, arcane conduits. We'll do that. Where did those other Estalian armies go? There were a couple of them, like, around here. Ah, they went back that way. Okay. So, I'm going to chase after them. I could try to assassinate Leon Kerr. I don't think that's a good plan, though. I don't think I can do that. Do I? Wow. They're actually pretty tough. They must be very high level. Yeah, 21 and 17. Okay, so that's why my odds are not great. Okay, but we're chasing after them, and they don't have a way to recruit any new troops or anything like that, so should be fine.
Ready for bossing.
You're fine. You're fine. Let's end the turn. And then we'll lay siege to Tobaro.
Who's the boss?
Like so. Or actually, no, we don't even need a siege. We just fight. Okay. Should be a pretty easy fight. They don't have a general or any sort of real leadership. They've all got pretty low tier units. The only units that I'm at all worried about are the halberds, just because they're nasty and mean, but I don't really think they'll be an issue. Okay. So, we're going to assume a central deployment. Or maybe, since this is where the AI level... No. We'll assume a central deployment. And I'm going to line up a bunch of nasty skulkers right there. Take advantage of that nice vanguard deployment. Put you here. General in the middle. I'm going to put all my squigs over on this flank. And then we'll run my savage orcs over there as quickly as I possibly can. That's going to be the plan. Let's get the squigs in the woods here. Move all the nasty skulkers up. Get these guys shooting there. We'll get my general charging up. Let's get my nasty skulkers engaged. We definitely have a number advantage, which I certainly intend to take advantage of, for obvious reasons. You get up there and get in. Get my savage orcs charging up and charging in over there. Let's get my squigs over here. And let's see. We can kind of see them. They have this annoying tree deployment, which makes it really kind of hard to see, but I think we're okay. Alright, so let's get some of these squigs charging over here at these crossbowmen. We'll get those squigs charging into the back of these infantry. And we are just wrecking these guys. Yep, I think it's over. They're all either wavering or broken or... Yeah, there's the route. They're shattered. Everything's shattered. They're all running. See if maybe we can get a nice shot of some squigs running down some crossbowmen here real quick. Come get them, squigs. They're like horrible nightmare toads. Yes, they have. They have indeed abandoned you. Poor Estalian crossbowmen. Y'all are about to get munched down by a bunch of squigs. Oh, not a whole lot left of them after that. That's kind of funny. Anyway, all right. Oop. There we go. End the battle. There we go. Squigs did okay. Wow, those nasty skulkers. Those guys, look at these guys. 100 kills, 111, 109. Beasts. Just beasts in that battle. I mean, fighting low-tier units, admittedly. But still, like, that's pretty impressive. Razed to the ground. Estalia is down to one mangy little settlement, and that is it. Not too bad. We're making progress. Let's get Route Marcher and Blade Master, so we can start working down that yellow line. But unfortunately, guys, I think that is going to have to do it for this episode because I am out of time, unfortunately. So, my friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.